Attention, everyone. If you're here for the final hour, just remember there's going to be off the cuff questions that are going to be. God damn it. I'm going to restart that. You know why I'm going to restart that? Because I had an echo there and I was really confused with my own voice. But anyway, today we're on the final hour. We have Zanifel. And if we're going to be asking off the cuff questions, if you don't like it, there's a window probably in your house. Just jump head first and land on your head, okay?
Or do a somersault and then land on your head. It's, you know,
that works too. But whatever it is, let's show begin. All right. It worked. The transition worked. I've never used studio mode. I'm turning that off. I don't like that. And what's up, first time chanter? Noted. Yes, we do some crazy stuff here. Now, today on the final hour, we have Zanifel. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Zanifel, yes.
Zanifel.
And then,
okay.
Yeah, Zanifel, and then if the shortened version is Zani.
Zani. All right, cool. So the real first question I always ask is, who are you?
I am King Zanifel, and I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I've been streaming kind of often. I streamed off and on for about a few years now, but up until last March, I wasn't really into it. But last March we came back into it with a freaking vengeance. And then, but yeah, I stream a variety. I stream mainly RPGs, you know, be it MMOs, be it like Persona, sometimes do Minecraft community days. But yeah, that's what I do. And I'm also the leader of a VTuber stream team I've slowly been building over time, called the Round Table.
The Round Table. I got a question. Is your design based off of Fae? Like a Fae design?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So obviously VTuber's got lore, you know. My lore is that I am the son of King Arthur and Morgan Le Fay.
Nice.
So I am half human, half Fae. So you'll find that a lot of my design, you'll kind of see that in a lot of stuff as well. So my kingdom, or how I refer to my chat and everything, is the Kingdom of Avaleon. So, you know, and everything. And then the Round Table is a group of... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, like, you just cut there, the Avaleon, and just stopped. Like, what the fuck else? What else you got?
So, the Kingdom of Avaleon, I'm working on a book about it, the whole backstory and everything. I like writing. It basically, you know, it's my Avaleon. I burnt Camelot to the ground to rebuild a new kingdom and everything, and it's kind of a... If you know any history, do you know the history of Doggerland?
No, I do not.
Okay, so Doggerland is an actual geographical feature within the world that is basically a submerged part of the European continent that connects the British Isles to mainland Europe. And a few millennia ago, it was, you know, a thriving kind of Mesolithic area. Well, some flooding happens and basically Avaleon is a European version of Atlantis. That's what you got.
Got it. Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
So what got you into streaming?
So what got me into streaming initially was I love content creators. There's a lot of content creators I personally follow a lot. But growing up, I always wanted to entertain people. I was a class clown. I was the one who would do the funny things to see people smile and laugh. I got into streaming because, well, it was just the easiest way to do that, you know, because without streaming, you don't have to go to a theater school. You don't have to go to freaking Juilliard. You don't have to do like theater or stuff like so. So streaming is a way for me to entertain people while living out my dream of entertaining.
Cool. Very cool. So, so when you were younger, you decided we want to be an entertainer. What was the first joke or entertaining thing you did to another person?
A lot of my early entertainment was very self-inflicted harm sort of situation.
So jackass type stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you do?
Let's see. There was this time where I was at a party, and it was God. Okay, I haven't even told my current friends the story. there was a time where I was at a party in high school, and they had a pool, and they had a wheelbarrow.
That's always a bad
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. You can see where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to try and surf the wheelbarrow down their roof into the pool.
What? How good did that end well?
I landed in the water
So it ended well. Okay.
with the wheelbarrow
Okay.
on top of me.
It was a success though.
It was a success.
Jeez.
Like, it made everyone fucking happy, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be an entertainer. But as it progressed a bit, you know, then my humor matured and everything, and became less self-detrimental and more topical sort of stuff. Like, I'm pretty good at improv.
That's good. That's good. I kind of am too. I'm good with the flow. So if like something's going on, I can just go with whatever's going on.
Exactly.
I'm usually not the original idea generator, but like if there's an idea there, it's like, oh, I'll make it flourish. But yeah, that's fucking cool though. So you run a stream team. You said it's called Knights of the Round, right?
Well, the round table.
The round table. Okay. King Arthur, very
close
suiting.
enough, yeah.
What made you want to start that?
So initially, I've always wanted to make a stream team. I want to either make a stream team or be a part of a stream team, because to me, being part of a stream team is less about like your own personal growth and more about creating a community of people that you can grow with. Like, sure, I could have focused. Is it King or just cocky lazy? Ha 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 ha. So okay, sorry. Collect my thoughts here. So to me, the stream team, I didn't need to make the stream team. I could have definitely just continued growing solo on my own and everything. But as I continued to grow, I was like, and I saw the other smaller content creators, I was like, okay, well, let's bring them with me. Let's create an overarching community together that will bring with me. And again, the creation of the stream team didn't really happen until late last year. And the reason for it happened late last year was I did apply to join a different like VTuber group and was denied. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll make my own.
Very cool. That was very cool. When saying gesture comes in my chat, I'm always worried.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
No,
my chat is off the top of stuff all the
he's
time.
one of my mods, but he's fucking awesome. And Bloodvix is my wife, so it's like, yeah, like. But saying, man, you think off the cuff questions, he comes up with the craziest stuff. He said, is it King Arthur or just Bukaki Lazy Susan? And then Harps, wanna be Guinevere? Who is the Gallihan?
Oh, actually, it's Gallihan. But anyways, actually, in my lore, Guinevere's fucking dead. I killed her.
Nice. Now Bloodvixen has a question. What made you get into VTubing?
A lack of confidence, really. That was initially because again, when you're streaming, you see all these streamers using webcams and having this like layout. When I first got into streaming, I had a self-confidence issue. I still kind of deal with that. But it became less about the self-confidence and more about there's just how much you can do with the. Oh, you good?
I'm reading chat. Do you have my chat up?
I've seen worse.
I know.
Right.
I know. But that's just good. That's just good.
Oh yeah, I have the chat up. Of course I have the chat up.
What in the goddamn? He's resonate.
Rezo is actually one of my mods and one of my best friends here. So
that's cool. So,
but yeah, what was I saying?
You started the VTuber thing to bring a group together. Right. Yeah.
Right. So initially I got into VTubing due to a self-confidence issue. But as I grew within VTubing, it became less about the confidence and more just freedom of expression, really. It's being able to create a character and bring it to life. That's what really, yeah, like I mentioned, I have this idea in my head for creating a story, like a book, like a novel, about my world that I've crafted.
Very nice, very cool, very cool. Kind of like how OC cosplayers
Mm-hmm,
came to be
mm-hmm.
real big on TikTok. That's what me and my wife did for a while. That's how I met Saying Jester there, through TikTok. And yeah, the goofy times. He's hilarious. But like, so you started all of this, and what kind of end goals do you have with all of this?
In regards to it, it's pretty vague.
What's to what? What? Huh? What?
In regards to what exactly? That's pretty vague. You gotta center it up a little bit.
Basically, what was your main reason besides being an entertainer into getting content creation and doing this as a whole? Like, what is your end goal? So like, you got into content creation, are you doing it just to do it, or are you doing it to make it a career, or like, what are you just trying to go for?
So I want to I would love to. Again. So I have this. This is my full-time job, which is a decision I made that has obviously made an issue with me because again, I'm not that big. But I live very much so like very very frugally because of it. But I don't want to become one of those entertainers that is just searching for the next like big paycheck. I don't do sponsorships unless I know for sure I actually am going to enjoy it. I don't and I will never like tell my community, hey, go and do this for this. What's up now? What's your retirement plan? Mine is a shotgun. My retirement plan is maybe be an author. That would be if I retire from VTubing. I want to aim for author.
And just like that whole sponsor, Shadow Ray Legends.
Yeah, exactly. You'll never see me shilling out like that unless I actually like think, okay, I actually enjoy this.
Yeah.
I entertain not because I want to make a ton of money. I entertain because I want to bring, a kind of a nice little like some entertainment to the world. I want to bring smiles. I want to bring laughter. One thing I kind of pride myself on is the fact that my community, the Kingdom of Avaleon, is probably one of the most drama-free communities you will find in the VTuber sphere right now.
Really?
Yes.
Damn,
we do not have any sort of drama within our community.
I give it a couple years.
Yeah, honestly, fair. But no. So like, whenever I see these other VTubers on like Twitter or something having all this drama, and I'm just sitting there going, "That's your own dumb fault."
Hey, it's Resonate. I need to change that. I'm gonna start kicking up some shit. Uh-oh.
What advice do you have for someone who's thinking about being a VTuber? What advice would I... Okay. My advice, and it's advice that I've only recently started listening to myself, don't look at the numbers.
Yeah.
VTubing is an oversaturated genre of streaming right now. Don't look at the numbers. You'll find your niche. You'll find your people.
Just be yourself. Be yourself. Post everywhere. Always just keep posting and find the relevant things that you want to be relevant on. That's kind of like I'm going to put it in perspective like gacha gaming. Like gacha gaming, you want to have at least 3 to 4 games and post the news of each one, and then weekly schedule it out. Like that's what you got to do is just stay consistent. But yeah, but when it comes to VTubing, you just be yourself. Find what you want. Wow, that was a good question.
Don't get Bad Dragon to sponsor you.
Who?
Because then you're gonna have to do a sponsor stream, and that's gonna end up being a body reveal or a face. That's
Wait, Bad Dragon?
Oh, don't.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know. He likes those tentacles.
All right. Legit on writing to be a bane of your existence. I am actually so anal about my freaking writing. Like I have so many different like ideas in my head that like I want to bring to life. But it's just I'm a perfectionist.
You just can't choose which one and then which one to continue to finish. Yep. I think most creators who actually care about their work understand that one. And then when you release something 2 weeks later, like, man, I should have did that with this. Yep.
So much. And in fact, Rezo, as one of my best friends, I'll consider her my graphic artist. She does make a lot of my stuff, and like my editing. If I ever do editing again, she is at the forefront of if Zani has an idea, Rezo will hear about it and be asked to bring it to life.
Damn.
How does VTubing work? What goes on behind the scenes? Ugh.
I'm gonna step away. Chat. You keep doing questions. I'm gonna just step away.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's perfect, dude. They're coming up with good questions right out the shot. I'm just like, okay. That's why I love chat, because they'll just come up with like crazy questions. I just started going, and people are like, "Oh, what's this about?" Well, question: How does you weren't there for? Wait. That's right. You weren't there for Jemmy's podcast.
No, I was not.
You weren't either. But my wife wasn't there. She's usually there for each one. She didn't get to experience how it's done, and not experience, but like see how it's done.
I'll tell you right now, VTubing comes down to, if you want to become a VTuber, it comes down to two things. You want to be 2D or 3D. Because depending on which one you choose, will have its own caveats and own systems you need to jump through. 2D is a bit easier to get into because you can start as a PNG tuber, right? You could just use a little like static image and stuff, right? However, if you want something like what you see here on my screen, right, you see me right now, oh no, you're gonna need some money. You're gonna need a VTube Studio. You're gonna need probably a decent graphics card if you plan on both being a VTuber and a gamer. The graphics card, if you ever look at a VTuber setup, you will notice the graphics card is significantly like higher end than everything else on that computer.
Do you know Mimic Souls?
Yes.
Did you see his Mimi-chan model?
I did not. No.
Okay, so he has a VTuber model now, and he has a 4060 Ti and he has issues from time to time with it at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Because VTubing, the VTube Studio, if you're 2D tuber, it takes a lot out of it. There's some people who use D-Roids. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying that's crazy.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, the model rigging is insane too. It really just comes down to, and this is also answering Sing's question. No. Like, no, there's definitely a monetary paywall you probably would need to you would need to jump over to get into being an actual VTuber, into being like a VRoid user or VR chat or something like that. Because you can get a lot of free models, but to me, free models are a good stepping stone. But as you grow, continue to use a free model seems disingenuous, at least to me.
Yep. Well, it can be, but then at the same point, like, you gotta upgrade, and you start with time. So first you buy the extremely expensive graphics card, and then install it in the PC that barely can handle it, and then see if you can get everything to work. Then you follow up with that.
And again, there's nothing wrong with being a PNG tuber. Plenty of people do that. One of my members in the round table is still a PNG tuber, and I'm fine with that. I mean, Gem's a part of my round table. I don't know if you mentioned that.
I didn't know that, but I do know Gem. She's fucking awesome.
But yeah, no. So those are my answers to your questions. You don't need to spend a metric fuck ton, but you will eventually get that like scratch at the back of your mind to want to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it's mostly the computer, it sounds like, or have two computers, one to run the VTube, the other one to run the whatever you're going to be doing.
That's a plan. That's a plan I'm working on.
Like, no, I'm going to be doing now because I want to do more with this, but I can't because I'm restricted. But damn it. So when you play games, what's your favorite game to play?
Oh, fuck me running. Okay.
And why?
So currently, we're on my channel. We're kind of going through a Persona stint. We're playing through. We played through Persona 5 Royal. We're now playing, and a lot of my channel stuff is kind of themed around Persona, be it my background or something. But I am a variety streamer. I don't stick to just kind of one thing at a time. Another thing you'll find me doing right now I have started delving into Wizard 101. Surprising, I know. I'm surprised
Wait,
too.
what is that?
I started delving into Wizard 101.
What is Wizard 101?
That it is a pretty much it is basically a very old MMO that's been around for almost 2 decades now. It came out in like 2008, 2009.
Okay.
And it's a family friendly basically kid MMO, right? And I got into it because like I started streaming it on was fucking Wednesday or no Thursday. It was Thursday. I started streaming it. I was like, screw it, I'll boot up Wizard 1. I played as a kid. That stream, it was probably one of the biggest amount of support came in on that stream. I was like, oh, all right. Because again, I don't stream just because I want to. Hey, I want to play this game. If I want to play something, I'm gonna play it offline. Whereas I'm very picky about what I stream. If I don't deem what I'm streaming to be a proper entertainment levels, you will never see that on my stream. You will never see it on my stream again.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of like how I am. Like if I'm not liking it, I'm not gonna play it like at all, or play it on stream. Because how are you gonna play something and then try to be entertaining if you're not having fun? The only time you're gonna be fun is when you're playing a game you don't like and you're shit talking it the whole time.
Right, like that's like let's see, like one game that's very popular, but I do not myself enjoy is Lethal Company.
Legal Company? You're talking about stuff
Lethal
I haven't
Company.
even. Lethal Company. What is that? Let's look that up. Wow,
But Lethal Company is a game made by I think like one person, and it's it's a quote unquote low graphic horror game where you go and explore like little like factory ruins and pick up pieces of like junk and bring it back to your ship while trying to survive, and you have to keep meeting a end of the week quota to try and move on to the next level, and it's just
yeah, it looks kind of like one of those things where you try
it's,
once and you're going, yeah, where's the dumpster? Where's the window? Oh, I left the window open. Okay.
but my friends love it, and it's popular. It's a popular thing for content creators to do because it's easy to get into. It's easy to probably make a content out of. But for me, I'm looking at it and going, this is just boring. It's the only thing that could make this good is if your commentary about the game was good, or if you're doing something stupid or funny in it, you know. But that's not the game being good at content. That's you being good at content.
Exactly. And whatever you're trying to do to like play and everything, it's just actually being the one who is actually like, hey, look, I don't like this game, but we're gonna make it amusing. That was like when I played Among Us. I'm like, man, this shit is stupid. What's this Reservoir Dogs ripoff?
So again, everyone has their niche. Everyone finds a thing. Like Among Us is still very popular with content creators. So,
yep. So, outside of like content creation and everything, what do you do for fun?
God, what is fun?
What's fun? Oh, we're adults, yeah.
Something Rezo can back me up with is, I don't really have with my living situation. Again, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get too into that on right here. I don't really have the ability to really like go out and do hobbies right now. So my fun my fun in my life is just streaming and gaming and YouTube. Really, that's all my life currently is.
Hell yeah. Okay, that's cool. But if you could step outside of the realm of IRL bullshit, what is one thing you would do?
Club.
A club? Really?
I would go clubbing so hard.
I've never been clubbing, nor have been interested. So, like, what is the infatuation with it?
Again, to me, it's this expression. Like, I go to clubs not because, hey, I want to get fucking wasted. I go to clubs because I just want to dance.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Like, I'll just go there to dance. Like, fuck it. Like, all right. Cool. So, what is the first video game you've ever played?
My very first video game I ever played?
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy.
Wait, which one?
7.
7? Man, you missed out on the right one. You missed out.
I grew up and my father was big into Final Fantasy, and No, wait, no, it wasn't 7. It was 10. 10 was my very first one. That very first game I played.
Oh, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. But again, I played. Again, my father was a gamer.
That's awesome.
So, if I were to tell, like, that's the first one I think of. But I'm sure there's other games like maybe Pokemon or something. But to me, the one that stands out as my childhood game is Final Fantasy. Be it 7, 8, 10, 9.
Okay. I think 9 was like out of the newer ones was good.
I like the aesthetic of 9.
Yes, I did too. Did you ever play 6?
Yes.
That was my favorite. I think it still has the best story out of all of them.
Oh, for sure. It's the only Final Fantasy game where the villain wins.
Right? The villain wins, then you have to come back and refight the villain. You know?
Just remember to kill stoppers. Okay.
Okay, so I guarantee you're probably into anime, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I watched. Actually, I guess that could be something I do for fun. Is just I watch anime. So,
Okay.
Zooped over that.
What is your favorite anime?
Code Geass.
Code Geass?
Code Geass.
Why?
It's a mecha anime, but for me, it's less about the mech war, and it's more about the political intrigue and character dynamics and watching how this world is shaped and everything. And to me, I like the mentality. It's basically ideology versus it's very Machiavellian. It's ideology versus like the ends justifies the means, this sort of situation.
Okay.
So it's like what would you do if you could create world peace, but to create world peace, you would need to do unspeakable evils?
That sounds like the government.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, but the thing is, it actually works.
Oh, it actually works to create world peace. So basically the people from the Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight, but the next one, the one with Bane. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. The Shadow
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't
like the Alcor, whatever it's called.
Yes. Okay. That's really hard because it's like morality kicks in, self morality kicks in, but if everything else is going good, then what's the problem? I might have to watch that because that sounds like a really good.
It is a great show. It really delves into like do the ends truly justify the means? Do the ends truly justify the means? Can you see yourself becoming the ultimate villain as long as it means that everyone else is happy?
True. It's like it is weird. It's a self morality thing. Like, hey, if I go kill this guy, everyone will be happy. But if I kill him, I'm the one killing him.
Right. And one of my favorite quotes, one of my favorite lines from this show is, only those who are willing to be killed are allowed to kill.
That's a good line, yeah.
If you're not willing to be killed, you don't get to kill.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say
you don't get to decide the lives of other people if you are not willing to also put your life on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's a good one. Wow. But my favorite line is Megiddo. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Really? You gotta get that.
Oh, God. Man, he snapped at that point. He had a good reason to. I've been watching that in Jobless Reincarnation. That story building is some of the best story or character building I've ever experienced in a show. It's a Jobless Reincarnation. Have you ever seen that one?
I have not watched that one, no.
The first season's a little how can I say it? Like cringy in a sense, but not at all. It's just if you understand his backstory and why you'll understand why he is how he is, because he gets reborn in another world after living a shit life. and not really experiencing life.
Sounds like most isekais.
But this one's the first, like, actual first one.
Oh, okay. Looks like Blood has a question.
Yeah, she has a question. Favorite music, movie, and show genre. What are they and why?
So I'm gonna leave the music one for last. My favorite movie of all time there's two of them. One is The Crow with Brandon Lee.
The original The Crow, when he was on that roof playing the guitar, was the most like the movie, like, in my opinion, wasn't even top tier. But the fact, like, I love the movie, but the fact of, like, that part and just how it played out, just, I don't know, just, it hit.
Such a good movie. I will say, I do want to see the remake of it. I'm not one of those people who are jilted by the fact of remaking it, because I'm thinking, like, no, I think it looks good. Give us something bloody and gory and actiony for once, and stop giving me stupid superhero movies.
Well, it could be superhero, but this whole IE whatever propaganda and things are trying to shove down everyone's throats now.
No, give me just a good old fashioned revenge plot with an unkillable badass. Let's go.
Wait, when I picked up guitar, that rooftop bit was a priority to learn. Yes, saying yes. You still haven't. I haven't shown you The Crow. I gotta see if it's on Netflix.
It might be on. I think it's on Netflix or Hulu.
Oh God, I don't have Hulu. Fuck that. Disney ruined everything.
Oh nope, it's on MGM Plus. Sorry.
MGM. Okay. Okay. So, man, it used to be different channels, and then we had Netflix, and now it's different streaming services. Like, thanks,
it's
Netflix.
Yeah, thanks.
You
know. Another movie I absolutely loved growing up was The Queen of the Damned. I had it on VHS, and I watched that movie so much when I was a child that I could no longer watch it because the VHS burnt out.
I don't know if I've seen it. That's a vampire movie, right?
Yep, the vampire movie with Anne Rice, the sequel to The Interview with the Vampire.
I might have seen it. I've had it, but I don't know if I remember it. Like, it's one of those things. Plus, my memory just sucks. I was looking back at all the other, like, interviews I had. I'm like, I don't remember any of these or who these people were. Because that's just how bad my memory is.
Interview, I would say Interview was, I wouldn't say Interview was a better movie. Interview is a movie of its time. The casting choices in that movie were obviously made because those are the big name actors at the time. Yeah. And not to mention how very scummy they treated what's her name?
I don't know.
The girl that played Mary Jane in Spider-Man movies, like the old school Spider-Man movies. She was a child actor in that movie, and Kirsten Dunst. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, if you looking at how she was treated on that movie, it was.
Didn't the two main actors hate each other too?
Yes.
Okay. It was
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that sucks. I mean, working with someone, I hate you, but all right, we're going to go do this scene. Like,
right. But no, those were I would say my favorite movies. And then the other one would be like Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger.
Man, you're naming movies I don't think I've seen. I think I've seen that once.
It has Heath Ledger, fucking A Nice Feel.
It's a good one too.
Alan Tudyk. As Alan Tudyk, it has Paul Bettany. He's all over Marvel now because he's Vision. You know.
Oh, okay. But
I would say those are my favorite movies.
Cool. Very cool. And then what was the other question?
It was movie, music, and show.
Oh, you said you're going to do music last, so show?
Yeah, so show. My favorite show genres would be high fantasy. Like I'm a big fan of the fantasy genre. I don't really watch a whole lot of actual like TV shows. I watch anime.
Okay,
So,
if you
know.
like fantasy, have you seen Stranger Things?
No. It's not fantasy.
That is fantasy. What?
Okay, I'm gonna hold up Lord of the Rings and Stranger Things. Which one's more fantasy?
Stranger Things has a lot of fantasy, but I get your point. You're talking about like you're talking about like old like fantasy with everything. I get it.
Yeah.
Not where it's like
not
half
just
fantasy, half not. Okay.
not just someone living out their 80s nostalgia boner.
Okay. That makes sense. That's a good movie. I mean, not movie. That's a good show, though. That is a good show. So the evening news.
Damn, say.
He ain't wrong. My God.
But yeah, and then yeah, and I guess the music, if you could probably tell from the movie choices, my go-to music is emo punk rock.
Really? Okay.
You'll find, but at the same time, though, the reason I save this one for last, you'll find me listening to emo punk rock, but you also find me listening to children's and musical stuff.
No, that's
But you also
like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat type stuff, musicals.
yeah,
Okay.
or like I've been listening to, like, I grew up watching High School Musical. I watch High School Musical on a regular. I grew up watching Glee, but you also find me like jamming out to Hollywood Undead and Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Beartooth, stuff like that as well.
Okay.
So I like music. I like music a lot.
My soul just died. No, it did not die. Did not die when he said he didn't watch Stranger Things. It was just one of those like, okay, watching anime. You listen to KMFDM?
The hell is that?
I know what it is. I actually know that. KMFDM is a band, the musical band. Evening news. That's so hilarious. That's so true. Evening news.
No, I don't even know. I've never even heard of these people.
I forgot how they sound, but I do know of them.
They look very Rammstein.
Maybe. I don't know. So, we're getting close to that hour mark already. Is there anything?
Wow, you really are.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to talk about, or you thought you would experience, or you thought things would be different, or you would like to talk about?
Oof.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, that's. You're really good at vague questions. You know that?
That's the point. It's to make you think and just go, wait, how should I answer this?
Something that well, obviously, I feel like my life is very different because of the choices I've made concerning my stream career. Like, I could, if I like, because again, when I say like my stream career is my everything, like, I would not be able to do it without like very support from very specific people that allow me to keep doing this life as myself. And I do look forward to eventually being able to, you know, not just relying on those people just in general, and just growing to the point where I can actually, like, maybe eventually do like go to cons and do like meetups and stuff. Obviously not actual meetups, but you know, I want to be able to interact with the wider sphere of VTubers without, you know, getting sucked into their weird drama.
But you said you were drama free.
I am drama free, and I'm very good at it.
Well, you're worried about drama then?
I'm worried about interacting with certain people that would eventually attempt to bring drama into my community.
Gotcha. That's understandable. I've been through that with creator circles. It's insane. That's why I took a 2-year break. Anyway, question. Do you believe in the paranormal, conspiracy theories? Conspiracy theories come true after 3 years. Come on, like that's a normal one. But okay, let's break this down. Do you believe in paranormal or cryptids? What the fuck are cryptids? I'm not even gonna try because no.
Cryptids are like Sasquatch.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'll start off by saying anyone who thinks we have somehow the only life in this entire universe is stupid.
I don't start drama. I just tweak nips and lick noses.
Yeah, that's not drama. That's just fun. That's just having fun with your homies.
I know. Yes. No, I agree with you on the UFOs, like, or just like other people out there. There's something out there. Period. Like, don't care what anyone says.
It's also very highly unlikely that if they do find us, for one, they're gonna be highly more advanced than we are. They're gonna take one look at us and go, hell no.
Yep. Yep.
Like we will not be able to, if we want to be a part of like some sort of like sci-fi, like wider range of like galactic like communications with people.
Yes. Oh, hold on. Who was that? That was the Babylon Bee. The Babylon Bee made that one. No. It's Luke. Luke. He's Luke. His name's Luke. He identifies as a conspiracy theorist. My pronouns are I told you so. One of my funniest, the favorite things I've seen. Luke Kelsey Powell. No, not Kelsey Powell. That's the one else I knew in real life. Fuck. Kakowski? Fuck, whatever. He's been banned everywhere because he just speaks truth about stuff, and he gets banned because he speaks truth. But he derailed the conversation. Thank you, saying.
I mean, and when it comes to conspiracy theorists or theories, there's one conspiracy quote unquote theory that I do fall into, in the fact that the people in power are purposely trying to keep the general populace as moronic as possible to continue to control them.
Yes, that's been a thing for a while. Just like how, ironically, the left was the group that wanted slavery, but now they get voted most by African Americans, which is very interesting.
Oh, weird how that happens.
Yeah. Very weird. And the guy said we'll be having, whoever made it up, we'll be having them voting for us for the next at least 200 years.
Yeah. That is a fact.
Yeah.
But it's a fact that more people need to understand.
Yes.
But when it comes to paranormal, that is a touchy subject. Not because like I think that ghosts are a thing, because it's really for ghosts to be a thing, there's one really big thing that we need to come to realization of. Where are they getting their energy? Like, for ghosts to be a thing, for ectoplasm, like, or everything, right? It's we exert so much movement and energy to be able to do anything, and does that mean that like? And then it comes to the whole question of like, is a ghost just the soul? And then my question is like, well, where does the soul come from? And that gets into a whole like different philosophical debate and on a bunch of other different things. Is there actually a soul or anything like that?
Yeah.
And that gets into the whole question of like, what about the collective unconscious of humanity and everything? That's a whole other thing.
How can I explain it? I do believe that there's energies / existences like that we cannot physically we cannot see. Because have you ever been in a place and the energy just feels weird? Why does the energy feel weird? And everyone else feels that same energy, but there's nothing different. It could be like two of the same exact houses, right? Same design, same everything, but two have different energies. Why is that?
Well, let me say this to you. What about the conversation about the fourth dimension?
That's a long conversation.
Yes, it is. Because that is a whole lot of something we can experience, but we think there, but we can't know for sure.
Yep. That's true, because we can't see it yet. We don't have the technology to. That's what the upside down is.
I don't think we'll ever have the technology to probably see the fourth dimension. Because imagine if we live on a third dimensional plane, we may live on the third dimensional plane, but we're still perceiving because of how our eyes work and how our senses work. Everything we perceive on this three-dimensional plane is still a two-dimensional figure in our mind.
True that.
So we are not even able to properly perceive three-dimensional beings or items on the three-dimensional plane because we ourselves are three-dimensional beings. Your chat is wild.
You my chat? That's just saying. My wife will come in and do crazy stuff. I'm surprised someone else didn't show because they would be doing the same thing, but like consistently throwing bits, and you'll be hearing dicks. That's fucking hilarious. Do you believe in
pod travel?
Yeah. Do you?
I believe that time travel could be possible, but not in the way we want it to be. I do not believe we can go back in time, but I believe we might be able to go further in time using time displacement.
You know, I never thought of it that way, but if logically speaking, that makes a lot more sense that you can go forward instead of back, because forward could be just as simple as that, putting you to like a cryogenetic sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So you're technically going through time, but like in a sleep to where you wake up at it. Okay, yeah, I'm going into semantics on that, but yeah,
right. Like time travel is it's like a lot of people, when they think of time travel, they're just thinking of the time and the place, but they forget that for time travel to work, you also need to keep thinking about the space as well, because we may be at right now is where we are right now. However, if we were to, because of how fast the universe itself is moving, if we were to just travel back 1 second, we would no longer be where we are, because the world would have moved on in that 1 second, probably a few thousand miles already.
Yeah.
So you need to think about both the time displacement as well as space displacement to properly think about time travel in that way. And because of how the universe is always moving forward, we will never be able to go backwards in time.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now, since we are getting really close to that hour mark, and I know ads are playing right now because I tried skipping it, but it wouldn't let me. It was like, your snooze timers are out. Like, okay. Ad break in progress. Yay. Anyway, is there anything else you would like to discuss or talk about before I ask a couple of my closing questions?
No, go ahead. No, I got nothing. This is your show. You do you.
No. Okay. What is a question you would like to ask me?
Why a talk show?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. I did a podcast. What the fuck? Who just did that? Who just did that? I don't even know who did that because it's not showing up, but I heard it. Thank you, whoever did that. Oh, thank you, saying. Jesus, I'm glad I fixed the sound alerts for that to work. But you've been spared on ads. Yay! Okay. Why a talk show? A talk show is the reason I started a podcast with someone a while ago, and I just fell in love with it. I wanted to do it weekly. They flaked out, something happened, then I just didn't know how to continue it. I started doing stuff with like the same people, but it didn't have the same flow. Then I was doing content with my wife on TikTok. I'll send you one of them because it's like it's ROC cosplay type stuff. Nani. And I got sound alerts going in my ear, so I'll get distracted very easily. They know this.
You're good.
And so I liked it, and I just like meeting people. I've met some of my best friends doing this. It's just doing a talk show, just like saying, "Hey, who are you?" Kind of like some weird, like long ass speed date type shit, and not dating. Like it's so fucking like weird way of putting it, but like. I'm good. I like talking, and I'm good with talking. I could get people to talk and ask questions, or get people. I can ask questions to get them talking. Damn, I said that backwards.
You
Fuck. But
we'll be right back at these formations.
We'll be right back after I get my head back from this fucking slight migraine I got. Fuck. No, I just like meeting people and talking, and I used to do this 3 times to 4 times a week. I took a 2-year break, then couldn't find people.
Honestly, that's how I feel as well. Like I took like a decent chunk of break as well, so I've been slowly rebuilding my community too. So
Damn. Isn't it weird when you come back and then you're like, oh, this is actually not that as bad as I thought it was? Like, why didn't I keep doing this?
right? It's like, why'd you give up? If you hadn't given up, you'd be way bigger now. I'm like, yeah, well, I was a different person back then, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's insane looking back at like your previous content and going, wow, what was I doing?
Not even that. It's just you learn as you go. It's always been like that. And burnout is a very real thing. What happened with me was like truly was even burnout. I got burned by other creators and it just put me in a spiraling depression. And I said, "Fuck this." I also was making content off of Apex and like nothing was working. Nothing. I couldn't grow. I also wasn't focusing with chat, and I was just like, "Fuck this." Took a break, then came back. Now I'm doing gacha games.
I mean, gacha games are the where it's at right now.
I know, right? So, yeah, that's why I started the show. And I love the show. I just gotta find people. But yeah, dude, I woke up with kaleidoscope. I've never experienced that before. I was like, what the fuck am I seeing in my eye? Like it was all like this in my eye. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it was like, oh, trigger for a migraine. Oh, got one like an hour later. I'm like, okay. But anyway, you got any more questions?
Yes. What's next in store for you?
I'm going to try to push and do what I did before and not make it where I don't have to work all this crazy hours at work and I can do this more and lean more into this and hopefully make this into a career like my previous plan was before and not let other people destroy me or get me down and I just keep continuing doing what I do.
Do you see yourself becoming like a sort of a community lead? Like someone who could basically bring other members of the streaming community together and create like further branches off of that.
I'm usually the one that finds people and brings people together, and I'm the one I don't try to do it. It just kind of happens where like I meet people and then somehow I introduce them to others and it works, but not actually running something, but like that just naturally happens with me.
But like being that bridge, you know?
Yeah, I'm usually the bridge. Then I'm usually the glue that keeps it together. As soon as like I'm gone, everything just falls apart. It's been the weirdest thing. It's been like my whole life.
I know that feeling.
Like you know all these people and like, man, we're such a good hangout, and then one person doesn't like you and then gets everyone else to kick you out and then they just dissipate because you're gone.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. I had a friend group where like I would organize things and then like just one person in the friend group just didn't like me and so started organizing things behind my back and slowly pushing me out of the friend group that I was the one that I created.
Yep.
And I was like,
that happen numerous times. Numerous times. And you're just like, what the fuck? Yeah. But if I could, but like it's one of those things where it's balancing, refining what works for me. That's for one. And then balancing out the content I want to make. I know gacha games is there. I like it, but it's how am I going to balance out everything and keep up with all the content while still streaming and working is my key. And that's where I'm at. It's like, fuck. But
no, I completely understand that. It's a whole lot of freaking work.
Yes, it is. It's fun though.
Like I probably wouldn't be struggling as much as I am right now if I had a part-time job, but I have issues and stuff that would try and keep me from doing that. So it would just lead to more issues down the line. I'm just like, I'm comfortable right now. I may struggle a little bit, but I know that I'm not going to, end up on the street anytime soon, you know?
Exactly. You kind of like, I would love to be able to quit my job and just do this, but I can't do that. I got a 16-year-old over there. I got a wife that's in chat right now, helping out mod this and hang out. And man, it's rough. It's rough, but that's life. You got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So, I guess my last question to you will be, who would you like to come onto the show and who would you like to shout out?
Boy, that's a rough one.
Oh, that's a rough one because you got to make a choice. You can't just choose everyone. I mean, you could have everyone. I don't care. I'll play it out and like get stuff going for a couple months.
If I was to suggest someone, it would probably be someone who's near and dear to my heart, who's also a streamer, and I've been watching her grow. She's the one who's actually made my model.
Oh,
that you see here. She's currently working on the 2.0 for this model as well. So, I would suggest Violet the Fun Guy Witch. She is someone I think would be kind of fun. She's a French VTuber.
Okay.
So you know, fun accent.
Oh, those are, oh my god, those are fun. I had someone with an accent before, and I had fun. I was just like, wow, this is. Is it understandable, or is it one of those where you're just like,
yes,
what did you just say?
No, she has a very understandable voice.
Yes, Steve Police. I remember that one. That was a good one, though, but it was really hard to get her to open up. She was very shy. I do remember that one, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway.
No, you're perfectly fine. You're perfectly fine.
So, yeah, we'll definitely, hopefully we can reach out to them. Like how Jemmy reached out to you and I reached out to you, and we can get something going, and yeah.
You can find her in my Discord. And she is French. So her time availability might not line up with yours all that well. So
it's what, probably midnight right there, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep. I know, but I work stuff out with people, so I mean, worst case it would just be an early Sunday show instead. Yep.
And maybe less scuff.
No, I just forgot to set up everything at the end. That's all it was. I loaded up like, fuck, I forgot to do this. But yeah, it's all good. But so it's 107 in Paris, so it's a 7-hour difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, 7?
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, is there
that should be big.
I think this was a fun time. I think this will wrap everything up. A good show. It's always a different experience every time I have someone on the shows. They're like, imagine having a show where the person, like, you ask questions like this. Hey, what's your favorite color? What is your favorite color? This is real quick. Purple. Now, why do you like purple?
I like purple because you can express with it a lot. There's a lot of different shades within purple, because when you think of red, you think anger. When you think blue, you think sad. With purple, you can get a lot of emotions and expressions out with it as more than the other two.
I never thought of that. But do you see how that conversation kept going? This conversation. What's your favorite color? Purple. Why? I just like purple.
Also, purple is the color of royalty.
Yes. Also, okay. Well, you get where I'm going. Where it's just like every question was like that. And I was like, okay, Google, questions, please. Holy shit! I ran out so quickly and I just because of that one, I got so much better at doing this. So it was just like, holy crap! What like? Oh, I gotta rewatch that one.
That's the kind of person that looks like, oh, talk show will be great, but then gets on talk show and goes, yeah. But okay, with that being said, that's it. Like, we could, I don't even know. I helped too, asshole. Honestly, Blood was doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
Thank you, Blood. Thank you, babe. Thank you. We need to get your name changed on here to be Vixie. We really do. Anyway, and with that being said, we're gonna end the show, and thank you for coming on. We're gonna go read Mimic Souls, which is a good buddy of mine now, and I hope you all go enjoy and have a fun time. And thank you for coming on, Zanifel.
Whichever.
Why Zanny? Because it sounds like Xanax.
Dude, you have no idea how hard. Okay, no, it's even worse than that. So my name is Zanifel, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you type Zanifel into Google, Google's like, "Do you mean Zanifel, the poison ivy medication?" So one of my big goals here is to be able to type my name into Google and me be the first thing that pops up.
Make a website. Get a website domain with your name and put keywords of your stuff in different sentences and it'll work.
But no. So the name Zanifel, that's. I came up with the name Zanifel because one of my main games I used to play is Final Fantasy 14. And I kind of looked at my keyboard and I typed Z, A, N, O, no, backspace, I, and then F, yeah. That's literally it. It was just me looking at my keyboard and coming up with a name.
Wait, so you just made that up randomly? Mine, like yours doesn't even have to really be. I was just being stupid one day and it worked. Like it actually is a good name, but holy shit, mine's from Final Fantasy, and I'm a guitar player, so I also last name's Harper, so Harps. A lot of people call me Harps, so FinalHarps, just good matching.
Yeah, no, my full quote unquote name is Zanifel Genesis.
Nice.
And the Zanifel name is completely made up myself. The Genesis is a combination of the word Genesis and the ancient Greek philosopher Diogenes.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
He was the philosopher that basically looked at all the other philosophers and said, "You're being moronic."
Damn. Hey, I'm the smart one. You all are dumb. Please pay attention, okay? To me, not anyone else.
It's like, because one of my favorite quotes about it is Socrates. You know, everyone knows Socrates.
Mm-hmm.
Said that a man is an animal without fur or feathers. So Diogenes, what he did was he went and picked up a chicken, plucked all the feathers out of it, and said, "This is man."
Well, on that note, this was fun, and I don't know. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say because that was good. On that note, we're going to be rating Mimic Souls, and thank you for coming on the show. We'll get more people on and have a good time, and I'm going to be doing this more often, so everyone you know, please let them know. Tell them to contact me through Discord. It's the best way. With that being said, good night all. Bye-bye. See you next time.